Do you want to know the true cost of living in Denver, Colorado? Well, stick around because that's exactly what this video is about. We're going to talk about housing costs, both purchasing and rental. We're going to talk about insurance costs. We'll talk about childcare. We'll also go over kids' sports and public transportation. So stick around because I've got all kinds of good information for you. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I'm Kathy Hansen. I'm a local Denver area realtor, and I'm also a suburban mom. I've lived in the suburbs of Denver, of the Denver metro area, for the past 16 years. I've raised kids here. They've gone through elementary school, middle school, high school, done the kids' activities and sports, so I'm pretty well versed in the costs of living here in the Denver metro area. And I love making these videos for you. But more importantly, the things I love most is helping you with your real estate needs. So if you are moving to the area, if you're moving to the Denver metro area, I would certainly love the opportunity to chat with you and see how I can help make that move smooth and easy for you. Now let's get into it. So the first cost of living we're going to go over is housing costs. Now the average American renter pays about $1,300 a month in rent. Well, here in the Denver metro area, obviously it's going to vary a little depending on where you're at, location, right? On average, to rent an apartment here in the Denver metro area, you're going to pay anywhere from $1,700 to $2,000 a month for a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment. And to rent a single family home, you're going to pay anywhere from $2,300 up to $3,000. Again, depending on the size and the area that you're going to go to in the Denver metro area. But that should give you some good information to base what our true housing costs are here. Now, if you're looking to buy in the Denver metro area, again, depending on where you're looking to purchase and what type of home or house you're looking at, our average single family home, the closed price, the beginning of January 2022, our average price was $583,000. Then at the height of 2022, we got up to an average selling price of $681,000. We ended the year at about $610,000 for an average selling price of a home here in the Denver metro area. Now, what does $600,000 buy you here in the Denver metro area? I'm going to show you some photos of a home that recently sold in Castle Rock. This one closed on December 9th, 2022. This property was 3,900 square feet total, 1,952 square feet up and 1,952 square feet in the basement. The basement was mostly finished. This property has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and a 2-car attached garage. Now, this one also had an HOA of about $70 a month, which is very typical for the Castle Rock area. If you want more information on a particular city in the Denver metro area, I am happy to provide you with what our average selling price is for that particular city at the time that you're interested. Just go ahead and reach out to me. You can call, text, or email. All of my information is below. The second thing we're going to talk about, which was a huge wake-up call for me because my kids have been out of childcare for many years now. But childcare costs here in the Denver metro area, well, honestly, they're not cheap. So I did a poll on my Facebook. I talked with my friends, people that I know, people in my sphere of influence, to find out what is it that they're truly paying right now in the Denver metro area for childcare. And here's what I come up with. And I've got some notes here too. So if you see me looking down, that's why. So my first friend pays about $1,600 a month for one child in a Montessori school. Another friend of mine pays $1,700 a month for a 4-year-old in the Goddard schools here in the metro area. I have another friend that pays anywhere from $500 to $600 a month for 5 days a week before school care, plus 3 days a week of after school care. And usually the before and after school care takes place right at the elementary schools or one very nearby where they'll bus them to the school that they really do attend though. I have another friend who pays $2,400 a month for one child in a Montessori school 5 days a week. That does not include any meals, no breakfast or lunch included in that price. So as you can see, our childcare costs here in Denver, well, they're pretty high if you ask me. But moving to the area, this is information that you need to know to take into consideration. Does it fit in your budget or not? The third thing we're going to talk about is insurance, property insurance. Property insurance here in Colorado is high. And from what I'm understanding, we are the fourth highest in the country. Now, we are about 25% higher than kind of middle America, and we're 5 to 10% higher from the outer states, those states on the coast. And there are several reasons why our insurance rates are higher here in Colorado. Now, we do get hail here, and because of the hail, I think we're the second most hail claims in the country. So because of hail, that's one of the reasons why our insurance rates are higher. And the second reason are the fires that take place here. And so due to hail and due to fires, our insurance rates, well, they're kind of high. So again, something else you need to take into consideration, maybe contact your insurance provider to see what a sample insurance policy would run you or cost you prior to you moving out here to the Denver metro area. Now we can talk about utilities. Now, I think the utilities here are very comparable to what I paid when I moved here from California. It's been almost 16 years, but back then they were about the same as well. And talking with other realtors, other friends in different states, they seem to run about the same. Our utilities here are not astronomical, but definitely something that you need to work into your budget. We do have a lot of solar energy on homes though. So with that solar energy, if you're buying a home and it's already on there and the seller has paid off those energy panels, well, then you're in the win right there. Now, if those energy panels are being leased and you take over that lease payment, a lot of times it's a wash between what you're saving on your energy costs and what you're paying on the lease for those solar energy panels. But if you get them already paid off and they have tons of life left, you're going to come out ahead in that case then. Now, gas. Well, our gas prices kind of run about the middle of the road. They're not as expensive as some of the outlier states, and they're definitely not as cheap as some of the southern states or less populated states. We do have really great public transportation. So if you wanted to take the light rail, if you work in downtown Denver and wanted to take the light rail up from one of the suburban areas, that is an option, or just to take the light rail up so you don't have to pay for parking in Denver. If you went to some of the big events like the Rockies games, the Broncos games, Avalanche games, things like that. The light rail also goes all the way out to the airport. So if you work at the airport or if you fly in and out regularly, that might also be something that you want to look into. Now, the average price for a monthly pass for the light rail is about $115. If you want the pass that goes all the way out to the airport, that runs you about $200. And depending on the timing and what you're doing, if you're just looking for a day pass or depending on where you're going, those prices can run you anywhere from $3 one way up to $20 one way all the way out to the airport again. And most of the suburban areas are not what we call walkable, where you do need a car to get around. If you're lucky enough and you work really close to your home and you can walk or take some public transportation, that's fantastic. But to do the shopping, to get around, typically people here in the metro area do have cars. Now, if you're living right in downtown Denver, well, that is definitely walkable. You probably could get away without having a car up there, but most of the suburban areas, most people out here do own their own vehicle. And due to our traffic, we also have toll roads. And so we have toll roads that run all along I-25, which is our main thoroughfare through the metro area. We have toll roads that run along C470, E470, and for all of the toll roads, if you are a monthly member or an automatic subscriber, meaning they just renew your account whenever your account runs low and they need to replenish those funds, it costs $35 to get that started or to start your account, and then they will replenish those funds every $35 or so. And depending on the length of travel and where you're at in the metro area, our toll roads are going to run you anywhere from $2.50 up to $12.50 per way, depending, again, on length and where you're at. Now, I've lived here for 16 years. I don't take the toll road very often. I do most of my travel, and I'm a realtor, so you know I'm on the road a lot. I do most of my travel on the regular highways. We do get traffic here. It's going to be at your high traffic times. And even then, our traffic here is nothing like Chicago, New York, California traffic. When we talk about traffic here, we're still moving. We're still moving between 25 and 40 miles an hour. So to me, somebody that moved here from California, not necessarily traffic from what I was used to. Finally, let's talk sports. So if your kids want to participate in competitive sports, or if they have a desire to play for the high school teams, pretty much they need to be on competitive teams prior to high school. Now, we do have tons of sports programs through our local recreation centers. Those are usually for the younger kids, and those are very reasonably priced. But when your kids really find the sport that they're interested in, and if they have that desire to play in high school, then they really need to be going that competitive route. Unfortunately, that's just the area that we live in. Competitive sports here are going to run you a couple $100s a month. So again, depending on the length of the season and the uniforms and the travel involved and all of those type of things will depend on what those sports programs cost you. In my experience, that those sports are running a couple $100s a month. And I've had kids that have been in cheer and softball and volleyball and gymnastics, and we've done all kinds of sports here, and they all kind of run about that same price. Now, hopefully that gives you a little bit of background on what to expect when moving here to the Denver metro area. If you want more specifics or have some topics and want to talk about costs that I didn't cover in this video, go ahead and reach out to me. Phone, text, or email, I am happy to respond either way. But I do hope that this gives you some information, some things to think about when moving here to the Denver area. And most of all, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. I'd love to help you with those real estate needs. So again, reach out, phone, text, or email. I'm happy to answer questions, to be a resource for you, to help you in any way you can. I do ask for one favor in return. Could you go ahead and give me a like, give me a thumbs up, let me know if this information was helpful and useful to you. And if there's other topics that you want to see videos on, we'll leave that in the comments below. And then last thing, while you're at it, go ahead and just hit that notification button and that subscribe button as well. Hope you all have a great day.